Well, if you're unlucky in love...
Asking for a friend, Clint, or...?
Just prepared to do a little bit of research. Maybe it's time to let someone or something do the flirting for you. A new dating app, Teaser AI, has just dropped in Australia. It's going to use artificial intelligence to match and chat with your next potential partner.
I feel like Sophie should be sitting here instead of me for this segment.
I feel awkward.
We are being joined now by Teaser AI co-founder Daniel Liss in New York. Good morning, Daniel. Now, when you talk about artificial intelligence getting involved in the dating world, I'm a bit sceptical. How does this app work?
It's pretty simple, and I think your skepticism will melt away once you actually experience the app and you take part in the community. I think what we're trying to solve here is a national crisis of loneliness, which has been caused over the last decade in the US, and I understand in Australia as well. So maybe it's an international crisis of loneliness. And we do that because when you look at the apps today, there is a complete lack of contact that happens between two people once they match. You would think that matches are the problem, but it's actually this graveyard of ghosting, we call it. So we're using AI. You look at a person's profile, you can chat with them, and we actually generate for you this initial small talk, which I think we'll talk about a little later, is actually quite meaningless in most instances. And so we're using AI to cut the small talk down and get you to the point where you're taking someone on a date. And ultimately, that's what dating is about. It's not about spending hours on an app as a second job, which is what our users tell us they're constantly doing. It's about getting out on a date and seeing if you're striking up a connection with someone in real life.
So what are you telling me? I should take, because you're meant to stay off your phone when you're on a date. Should I be taking my phone to the bar with me? And
No. Does the chat before you get to the bar?
You're missing it. No.
Yeah.
It's all about.
I'm already.
So you have artificial Clint chatting with artificial person who wants to date Clint. That's right? Is that right, Daniel?
Exactly. So the average single, whether in the US or Australia today, is on 3 of these apps and is spending an hour of their day on them. And so you've got to ask yourself, these apps have been around for over a decade now, and people are not having results, right? So there's something about the construction of these apps that their architecture that is in many ways designed to keep you swiping, right? That's how these companies have made money.
Okay.
And so in our case, we're using the most advanced technology in the world to get you faster to a date, because that's ultimately what matters.
I need some help. I need some help. So come to Australia. Tell me, what are some of the most common pickup lines here, and how can you help me out of my trough?
Well, we pulled some research on our end, and I sent these in earlier.
Okay.
I don't know if you're going to display them, or I have to.
We are.
Here we go. So this is part of the problem, Clint. I think this is what you maybe haven't experienced. I don't know about your personal life, but the problem today is people get all these matches, and particularly women in heterosexual dating maybe have hundreds of matches, and then they get to the conversation and the guy says nothing, or they come up with these pickup lines, which, I'm not a linguist. I'm not here to rag on anyone, but these are some of the most boring, lamest, and bizarre things. I mean, they show, in most cases, a complete lack of effort. You have this profile, you have pictures, you have a person that you could engage with by asking about them in some way, and instead you have people saying, "How you going? What'd you do last night?" And basically, showing that they have a pulse, which
you look like we should kiss. That's going to be the worst pickup line I've ever heard, Daniel. Would that ever work?
Was that from my phone?
How many people have
My
you sent
chat is quite robotic, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Daniel, I wanted to keep talking about this, but we have to move on. We've got a whole rest of the show to do.
Yeah.
But look, we look out for the app with interest.
Get back on Hinge.
Thank you. No, you've got to try the new one.
Right.
Teaser.
All right.
Let it take the awkwardness out of the conversation.
What are you saying? Awkward? My chat's awkward.
I don't know. I'm not. It's been a long time since I've been in the dating world.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my God. Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?